The deeper you go, the worse it gets. Prehistoric oceans weren't just deeper than modern seas. They were darker, colder, and filled with things that make today's deep-sea creatures look harmless. Tonight we're descending through 5 ocean zones, from the surface to the abyss, each level more hostile than the last. Stay until we hit the bottom. What's waiting down there shouldn't exist. Modern oceans are divided into 5 zones based on depth: sunlight, epipelagic, mesopelagic, bathopelagic, abyssopelagic, hadal. Each zone is more extreme than the one above it. Less light, less oxygen, more pressure, colder temperatures, fewer species that can survive. But prehistoric oceans were different. They weren't empty in the deep zones. They were packed with apex predators at every depth, creatures designed specifically for hunting in total darkness under crushing pressure. Tonight we're descending through 300 million years of ocean evolution, 5 zones, 5 depths, each one hosting creatures more terrifying than modern deep-sea life. Asterisk starting at the surface where the light still reaches, where you think you're safe. Depth 1, the sunlight zone asterisk, where prehistoric apex predators ruled the surface. The top 200 meters of ocean, warm, bright, where photosynthesis happens and life thrives, this is where you'd think it's safe. Then Mosasaurus appears, 50+ feet long, 15 tons, jaws capable of crushing sea turtle shells whole. Mosasaurus wasn't a dinosaur. It was a marine reptile that evolved from land lizards 90 million years ago. It had a second set of teeth on the roof of its mouth for gripping prey. Its jaw could unhinge like a snake's. Fossil evidence shows Mosasaurus bite marks on everything: plesiosaurs, sharks, other mosasaurs. It was an indiscriminate killer that dominated late Cretaceous seas. Modern great white sharks reach 20 feet. Mosasaurus was more than double that, and it hunted where the light was brightest, ambushing from below where prey couldn't see its shadow. If this is what lived in the sunlight, imagine what waited where the light couldn't reach. Depth 2, the Twilight zone asterisk, where the Megalodon waited. 200 to 1,000 meters deep. Barely any light penetrates here. The water pressure is 100 times stronger than at the surface. Most creatures can't survive this depth. Megalodon could, 50 to 60 feet long, 50+ tons, the largest predatory shark that ever lived, and its teeth are everywhere in the fossil record. Those jaws generated 40,000 psi of bite force, 10 times stronger than a great white. Its teeth were designed to shear through whale bone like scissors through paper. Megalodon hunted in the Twilight zone because that's where prehistoric whales dove to escape surface predators. But there was no escape. Megalodon tracked them by sensing their heartbeats from a mile away. It went extinct 3.6 million years ago when ocean temperatures dropped and its prey migrated. But for 20 million years, it ruled the Twilight zone. Nothing that dove past 200 meters was safe. And below the Twilight zone, the real darkness begins. Depth 3, the Midnight zone asterisk, where Helicoprion hunted blind prey. 1,000 to 4,000 meters down. Zero sunlight, near freezing temperatures, water pressure that would crush a human instantly. This is where the ocean becomes alien. Helicoprion lived here 270 million years ago. It was a shark-like predator with one of the weirdest feeding structures ever discovered: a spiral of teeth that rotated in its lower jaw like a circular saw. Scientists spent a century arguing about where those teeth went. Were they on its snout, its dorsal fin? In 2013, CT scans of fossils proved the truth. The spiral was in its mouth, rotating forward to slice through soft-bodied prey. Helicoprion reached 25 feet long and hunted ammonites and prehistoric squid in total darkness. It didn't need to see. It sensed electrical signals from its prey's muscles and struck with that rotating tooth saw. The tooth whorl never stopped growing. New teeth formed at the center of the spiral and pushed older teeth outward. It was a self-sharpening feeding mechanism that worked perfectly in pitch-black water. The Midnight zone isn't empty. It's where evolution creates nightmares. Depth 4, the Abyssal zone asterisk, where Dunkleosteus armored itself against the pressure. 4,000 to 6,000 meters deep. The Abyssal zone, temperatures hover near freezing. Pressure exceeds 600 atmospheres. The ocean floor is a desert of mud and darkness. Dunkleosteus didn't live this deep. It dominated shallower Devonian seas 380 million years ago. But its body plan was designed for extreme pressure environments. Fully armored head and front body covered in interlocking bone plates. It didn't have teeth. It didn't need them. Its jaws were sharpened bone edges that closed with 8,000 psi of force, enough to bite through steel. It could open and close its mouth in 1/50 of a second, creating suction that pulled prey into those bone guillotines. Dunkleosteus reached 33 feet long and weighed 4 tons. It hunted sharks, other placoderms, and anything that moved. Fossil evidence shows Dunkleosteus practiced cannibalism. They ate each other. Its armor made it nearly invulnerable. Nothing could bite through those plates. It was a living tank with jaws that could crush bone, the apex predator of the Devonian seas. And somehow, there's something even worse waiting deeper. Depth 5, the Hadal zone asterisk, where Livyatan proved even whales can be predators. 6,000 meters and beyond, the Hadal zone, named after Hades, the Greek underworld. Ocean trenches deeper than Mount Everest is tall, pressure so intense that most molecules collapse. Livyatan didn't hunt in the Hadal zone, nothing that large could. But its existence proves that even in the open ocean's deepest reaches, prehistoric predators were built for maximum lethality. Livyatan melville was a prehistoric sperm whale that hunted other whales 12 million years ago. 57 feet long, 50-plus tons. Teeth reaching 14 inches, twice the size of T-Rex teeth and the largest functional teeth ever discovered. Unlike modern sperm whales, which are suction feeders, Livyatan had massive teeth in both jaws. It was a raptorial killer designed to tear apart baleen whales, seals, and sharks. Scientists estimate Livyatan generated bite forces equal to or exceeding Megalodon. But unlike Megalodon's shearing teeth, Livyatan's teeth were designed for ripping and crushing. It hunted whales the way orcas hunt seals today, but bigger, stronger, and with teeth that could pierce bone. Livyatan and Megalodon lived at the same time in the same oceans. They were competitors. Fossil evidence suggests they avoided each other because a fight between them would have been catastrophic for both. 57 feet, 50 tons, 14-inch teeth, a whale that hunted other whales. The deep ocean wasn't empty. It was packed with apex predators at every depth, and they were all bigger than anything alive today. 5 depths, 5 zones, 5 prehistoric predators that make modern ocean life look tame. Today's oceans still have apex predators, great white sharks, orcas, giant squid, but they're shadows of what once ruled these depths. Modern great whites reach 20 feet, Mosasaurus was 50, modern sperm whales are suction feeders. Livyatan ripped whales apart with 14-inch teeth, modern sharks have sharp teeth. Dunkleosteus had guillotine jaws that bit through armor. These creatures didn't fail, they dominated for millions of years. They went extinct because the environment changed, not because they were weak. The Cretaceous Paleogene extinction killed the Mosasaurs. Climate change killed Megalodon, shifting ocean chemistry killed Dunkleosteus, but while they lived, they were perfect predators. And here's the unsettling part, we've explored less than 20% of Earth's oceans. The Hadal zone, the deepest trenches, remains almost entirely unknown. What if something from the prehistoric deep survived? What if pressure and darkness have preserved evolutionary lineages we haven't discovered yet? Which depth zone terrified you most? The Twilight Zone Megalodon, the Midnight Zone Spiral Saw, the whale with 14-inch teeth? Drop your thoughts below. The ocean is deeper than we've explored, and it used to be far more dangerous.